Alright, I'm going to be talking today about our Square One art project. That is the project where you can have stickers made and you can buy different items with artwork on it, the artwork that we're going to make. And I'll be showing you this poster up close, but I might hang this up. It's different items like coffee mugs, different things like keychains, kitchen trivets, a magnet pack, ornaments, water bottles, pot holders, and a lot of other things too that you can have bought. And a lot of parents get these for presents for Christmas time. For third grade, you guys are going to be working with sports or talent theme. Okay, and today I'm going to talk about some of the things that I want to see in your work, and that's going to help it out and to make it a full artwork. First of all, you're going to be drawing yourself in motion of the sport or talent. So you're going to draw the whole figure from your head all the way down to your toes, and you're even going to wear the equipment that you would in that sport or even that talent. Number two, you're going to use supporting elements and the background. So let's say if you were a singer, that was your talent, was singing, and you would have supporting elements like a microphone, maybe a stage, and then the background would be a part of that as well. Okay, if there's other elements in the background that go with it. Okay, if it's a sports one, maybe you're doing a football one or baseball or any other sport, you would add maybe what you use in that sport. For like football, you'd actually maybe be catching it, the football, or you'd have stands in the background. You'd have sky and all those things in it. Okay, so that's number two. Number three, full color with marker. Okay, so you're going to have full color with marker. Unless there's white areas, you should have some type of color in it, that level 3 coloring. Crayon for skin. I'll have some different types of crayons that work better for the skin color, because sometimes with the marker it's just a little bit too dark. The crayon will help that out. And then you need to have a practice copy first, then your final draft. Some people call it the sloppy copy. I don't really call it that. It's just a practice copy because you're just getting some ideas out there. You do not have to have color in your practice copy. The color will come in the final draft. But you do need to have what are your supporting elements, and you need to practice drawing the figure. Okay? All right. Here are some ideas that I printed off. Hopefully you can see those. Okay, I wanted to show different items and what some other third grade artists have done. And you know, like here's a football one here, and it's a football character or figure. They put in all the way from the heads down to the toe and the cleats in motion. They actually have a football in their hand, a blimp in the background, stands. And then here I think it says Go Panthers. So it's really a full, really nice piece of artwork there. Karate one here. Okay, it's actually doing the movement of karate along with the background in there. Another football one there. Soccer's big. Dance, if you're into dance. Cheerleading. Basketball. I think this one might be a soccer one as well over here. And skateboarding. So if you have something that you really like to do, you're really good at, or maybe you inspire to be good at it, you can do that for your work. Okay? Let's talk about how to get started and how to do your practice copy. You're going to first of all have a sheet of paper that's going to be square for your practice one. That's actually the same size as what we're going to use for your final. So you might remember this type of paper here. The practice one is the same size as what you're going to be drawing. It just doesn't have the name tag on the top. When doing your practice copy, let me show you maybe with a Sharpie. I want you guys to use a pencil. I'm going to start, but I'm going to show you with a Sharpie so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. You're going to start off first of all figuring out what you're going to do. And what I like to do is start off, you know, by doing those stick figures that we learned a little bit ago. So we want to fill up the area, and you're going to do, you know, the figure. You know, like if you're going to be drawing, let's say this is maybe somebody's singing. So they got the head here, and I want to kind of fill it up all the way down to here. So I'm going to do that stick figure. And so I come down about right there. And when you do this, if you're going to do this with a pencil, you always want to do it light in case you need it to erase, and so we don't want to see that at the end. This just kind of helps us get everything laid out. Singing one, so we got this set up, singing one, so they're going to have like a microphone. So I'm going to go over here, and then that's to the elbow, and back over to here, and then the microphone is going to be kind of in that area. And then the other one, depending on what you're doing with the other arm, you're going to come down over here, and then, you know, people have different stances when they're singing, but it's usually with the hand is kind of the big movement there. Alright, so there's a basic stick figure that you want to get started with at first. Okay, now you don't want to see this stuff in the end, so that's why when you're doing the pencil, you do it really lightly. And then after that, what you want to do is you want to start filling it in with clothing, or, you know, like if this is a singer, you know, maybe they're wearing different types of clothing, so you're going to go a little bit thicker, putting on, you know, maybe the shirt on top of it. And this just helps you guys to really get everything in the right size. Okay, so it's not too small, and you really fill it in nice and even. And then, you know, if they're wearing pants or shorts, so you're going to fill those in like so. And it just makes everything a lot easier, I've seen. And those lines, again, aren't going to be there. But we don't want to draw a lot of the details in the beginning. Maybe, you know, like the shoes are coming over here. And, you know, and this is where we would start adding in the elements, you know. So I have a t-shirt on. So the arms, you'd actually have to draw in here maybe a little bit thinner. The fingers are going to be a little bit hard, so you got to be a little bit careful with those details. You know, and how you hold on to things. You know, if they're going to have a microphone here coming out, we go right in here, singing. Eyes are going to be a lot simpler. Almost drew that a little bit too high, but you kind of put it right in there, and then maybe they're singing away just like that. Okay? So hopefully you get the idea there on how to draw it and how to get started. Trying to keep everything in proportion, you know, starting with basic shapes, and then later on is where you want to kind of add in the details then. Okay? And then you can start adding in, you know, like the stage would be back here. You know, maybe there's lines back here, and then you kind of fill in the background once you get the figure in. But I would definitely start, you know, first of all with the figure, and then work towards the background. Okay? Alright, so that was just kind of a sloppy copy for myself, kind of get going. I do recommend that you use a pencil getting started. I used a Sharpie just so you could see it, and I hope it all turns out well for you guys, and good luck.